There's close to 1,000 bulbs, and they are all specifically colour-coded. At the moment, we see white. We would have touched down at this stage. And as you proceed up along the runway, you will start to see red, white, red, white, red, white. For the last few hundred metres of the tarmac surface, you will start going into an area that is marked red, 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 red. If you're still at high speed, you're fast running out of tarmac, and you need to hang the washing out the window to get that aircraft stopped.
Ireland West Airport Knock currently handles over 700,000 passengers a year. Today, 30 years after it opened, it reaches another very important milestone.
Today we have our 10 millionth passenger coming through the airport. So the airport obviously officially opened in 1986. That year we carried 9,000 passengers, and today, on the 24th of June 2016, we're actually going to carry our 10 millionth passenger to come through the airport. So very exciting. We're going to give the passenger a couple of free flights and a bottle of champagne. They obviously don't know what's going to happen, so we're hoping to give them a nice surprise.
In customer services, Darren is waiting to break the good news to the lucky passenger.
So we've got our photogenic Darren to do it for us.
Darren's very photogenic.
Oh,
yeah,
I don't know
and he's
about
a great
that.
smile and he's lovely hair and you've the gel in and everything.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, ask for the power. You know everything now. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm delighted to say that today is a very special day. Lift up the.
Okay.
You're actually the 10 million passenger to use the airport. That stage, the choir will come round. Your job's done then. 9,999,997. That be right? That be right? Sorry, you go checking? Yeah. Sorry, there, yeah. You went the scenic route. So there's another one that's passenger number 9,999,998.
Yeah. Brilliant. This.
Oh, here, yeah.
Okay.
Now, I'm delighted to say that today is a very special day.
Okay.
Congratulations, but you are our 10th million passenger.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations and celebrations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be.
Okay, now that's perfect.
The biggest surprise we ever got.
So shocked. Thank Valium.
Now that's it. Now, a bit of a smile.
Thanks very much.
Thanks very much. Lovely. Take care now.
Nice surprise to get on Friday. And they're going to a wedding in Edinburgh, so it's a nice start to the weekend for them.
The passenger has received her award. Time for the staff to get theirs.
Oh, no.
10 minutes from the airport stands Knock Shrine, which attracts pilgrims and visitors from all across the world. Having recently painted the airport, John Crane and his team have now moved on to the Basilica in preparation for a rededication ceremony to mark its 40th anniversary.
Do you need another crane on top of that to get up to the very top?
Up there, I think it's only me that's going to go up there.
I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do that.
This is phenomenal. This is the holy grail, as I said to Father Richard, of jobs, really. Yeah, no, this is great. I mean, this basilica is known all over the world. How many people actually do visit?
About 1.5 million people a year.
Yeah. It's phenomenal.
Yeah. The connection between ourselves and the airport goes back to Monsignor James Horn. So there's a very tight, special connection between the shrine and the airport, obviously. It must be the most unique airport in the world in that its board has 2 priests on it. I don't know of any other board of an airport that has something like that.
It's phenomenal.
It took them about 9 months, I think. There are over 1.5 million pieces of mosaic in that.
The visitors for the rededication ceremony include a delegation coming on a special charter from Boston. There is much anticipation, as it will be the only transatlantic flight of the year.
My sister works with Aer Lingus. Thankfully, she's able to come in with the flight from Boston. She's extremely excited about it. And I'm delighted to be able to welcome her into the airport for the first time. So that'll be great.
Tower Papa 14.
Jim Corrie is head of technical services.
Tower Papa 14. The air traffic controller has probably left the tower at the moment on a break. And we are here on the taxiway, on taxiway Alpha at the moment. Tower Papa 14. And we're here at a stop bar. You can see those red inset lights on the stop bar. And basically, you cannot pass a stop bar for any reason. Once you go past that line, you are deemed to be within what is known as the flight strip. To do so without authorization is considered a runway incursion. Once the stop bar is muted, we will proceed. But I'm afraid until such time as that happens, we'll have to talk. I love the airport and I love working in the airport, but there comes a time in the day when you can't stay here anymore and you have to go and do something else. And when night time comes around, I like to go and play a few tunes somewhere. I'd have to say I'm very lucky that two of my big passions in life, aviation and music, I can pretty much get an abundance of both. We have a regular session on a Wednesday night in Spells in Ballahadreen. Myself and a box player, we usually get together a few times a month. I can have as much aviation as I like during the day and as much music as I want during the night. I spend a lot of time doing both. Tower Papa 14, request proceed on from Alpha to the 26th turning circle. Proceed on. Papa 14 proceeding.
A 180 passengers will be on the flight from Boston to Knock. Many of them are keen to go back to their roots, like Joe and Marie Farraher, who live in Clinton, a town with strong connections to County Mayo.
My mother's family is from Westport. My father's family is from Lewisburg.
I mean, the downtown area looks very much like Lewisburg, with the names of the owners of the restaurants and the businesses.
That's St. John's Church. You can see the steeple there.
Knock is special to this community. 50 years ago, they even designed a replica shrine for their local church.
Well, this shrine was erected in the 1960s, and I was only 10 or 11 years old, and it was like a real connection from County Mayo to County Clinton. The shrine is missing a lamb. I think someone stole it.
Richie Gormley is another Irish-American who will be going on the trip to Knock.
Make sure you get my sign. Now.
Richie is both mayor and local undertaker.
This is called a panel, and you put it right in. Like that. The Celtic cross and the Irish blessing.
Hello, how are you? It's going good. Everything good on your end? We have nearly packed, ready to get going on this side.
Travel agent Sarah Stanton is coordinator for the trip, but she also has a more personal reason for her journey. Her grandmother just passed away in England, and her remains are to be returned home to Mayo.
So she passed away on Monday at 95. I was smiling to myself because she must have planned it well, because she knew I was coming anyway. and she's trying to beat me to knock, I think. We'll miss her, but you know what, 95 years. If we all had that, it would be good. We could have filled 5 planes. I'm not kidding you, with the amount of people who would have gone. There's something special about going into the west of Ireland and going to Knock. And I think that was a big attraction for people.
It's an honour and a privilege to be on the flight this evening. And I'm from the county, we're from Lewisburg in Mayo. I have a link to the shrine, which is my brother, Father Richard Gibbons, I'm proud to say, is the parish priest of Knock there. Thank you. You're just in here on the left-hand side.
Thank you very much.
Among the passengers flying to Knock is Cardinal O'Malley, who will lead the 40th anniversary rededication ceremony at the Basilica.
I can't wait to get to Knock.
Hopefully we'll have a good tailwind now. We'll arrive in nice and early.
The flight crew also has a strong Mayo flavour, including Hilary Horkin from Swinford.
Where I live, I can see Knock Airport. I see the planes taking off, I see them arriving. To know that there's one coming from America, that I'm on it, it's mega. I love it.
With the airport steeped in nervous anticipation and a thick fog, the ground crew prepare for the special charter flight from Boston.
Mountainy weather this morning, for sure. But if the visibility drops any further, we could be in a bit of bother.
At the moment, he'd be right on his limits and even below his limits. So he's going to hold probably 20 miles to the east of us until hopefully we get an improvement in the weather. If not, he'll have to divert. It would be hugely disappointing for the people and for the airport itself, but safety is paramount.
Well, the weather, it is a little bit foggy here, but in Knock, miracles do happen.
The sun is shining inside, might not be outside, but anyway, don't worry.
325 metres, midpoint 300 metres, end zone 350 metres. He's going to make an approach, try and land.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to extend a very warm Irish welcome home to Ireland.
Oh, it's brutal. I don't think it'll dampen anybody's spirits for the big arrival today.
Laura, we made it.
That was a very close thing, wasn't it? Another miracle in Knock.
Having touched down, there is a strong sense of pride in the air.
This is my very first flight into Knock. Never departed or taken off from this airport before.
A happy reunion for a brother and sister. And a father and his daughter.
Can't believe to see my dad here, my sister, nephews, nieces. So it just shows you what a big deal it all is for us.
I need to concentrate on the music. You can't stop the music.
Engineering student Darren Dunleavy works summers in customer services. Today, this aviation enthusiast gets the chance to take to the runway as part of a special showcase day by the Connacht Aero Aviation Club.
It's an introduction to flying day here at the airport, and I was basically just asked would I like to attend, and I said it'd be something different, something new, so why not? I suppose my interest has grown since I've started working here at the airport.
Move your hand. Sorry, no, Matt.
Quite cool, actually. I wonder what all these gadgets are for.
She's a little temperamental.
Myself and a colleague of mine, Brendan Brugan, we're both captains of Aer Lingus. We fly on the A330, that's the transatlantic aircraft. And we're in Boston one night having a coffee, talking about how lucky we were and could we give something back. So we came up with this idea.
This is really interesting. This was built in 1936, you know, it was Aer Lingus' first aircraft. Hello, hello. It's just amazing to get the opportunity to go up in it.
Yeah, really good. Excellent.
He did all the driving.
We just did one circuit, about 20 minutes. That was brilliant, absolutely excellent. It never gets old.
That was class. No wonder these people do it. You get a great thrill out of it. Yeah, it's fun. Definitely have to try it again sometime. Whew.
At the Basilica, the 40-year rededication ceremony is about to start, and the proud members of the congregation include tour operator Sarah, Mayor Richie Gormley and Joe Farraher.
We celebrate not only the 40th anniversary of the Basilica, but also the 30th anniversary of Ireland West Airport now. And our Bostonian friends are somewhere here in the Basilica. I think you're on this side. You're very welcome, and thank you for being here with us.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
This has been very important and very emotional. We knew we had to make this trip and to see this dedication. And when the Cardinal, during his homily, was talking about what happens on this holy ground, for me, he was talking to me. I found peace here.
It's beautiful. Everybody feels so connected in Knock. You know, whether you're from Boston or local or whoever you were, it didn't matter. You all felt the same. Very, very included. And also to feel we were so close to the Cardinal because he came with us. We feel like he's ours, you know?
39 X-ray Fox, wind is 070 degrees at 7 knots, and runway 27 in use if that suits you. The runway is dry. QNH is 1029er.
Okay, well, copy. QNH 1029, runway 27 in use, that's fine with 2 windows down.
This is probably the only airport where incoming pilots can order lunch.
Is it also possible that we could order 2 knock specials?
Okay, copy that, thank you.
Thanks, see you on the ground.
Okay, a knock special. It's a special sandwich. It's often requested by the crew when they're arriving, because they're on a tight turnaround and they want something quick and convenient, and they order it ahead so that there's no delay for them when they arrive.
2 knock specials, yeah, for the Edinburgh. Yeah. Just ordered 2 there for the Edinburgh flight.
Chips in the morning. We're forever getting caught. And it consists of ham, tomato, I have onion, and I have cheese. I've done them for years. Yeah, that's quite hot now, so it's not going to take them very long. Brown knock special is always a good one with them. Now, nice toasty sandwich. And I add a little bit of greenery. And then on the other corner here, I add chips. They hand over a fiver per sandwich to get a deal on it at a fiver.
All right, Caroline, yeah?
There's only one place for a knock special, and that's here.
This is my little corner now in the shop, the births, marriages and deaths corner. I'll be 48 years here this year. We'll be 48 years married, so one of these days I'm going to spit out my teeth. Because I didn't train to be able to do flowers or anything. I just learned myself. I don't know where it came from. Now, this is for a little baby boy. I like to think that what I make is nice and people appreciate it. The lads that come to me now having babies or Valentine's or anything, they were the very lads that I made the Deb's roses for, and none of them, I can show you the book, none of them ever left me. Same every year for their mom's birthdays, Christmas, anniversaries, Mother's Day. And if somebody dies, the Lord have mercy on them, I look after them. The airport up at Knock is very, very important for funerals. A lot of funerals come into the airport, and I mean a lot. You'll see the hearses going through here, and there's a special gate up at the airport.
Undertakers in the west of Ireland would be here every single week. Even going back 25 years ago, people were flown into Knock Airport to be buried at home because home is where they want to be.
The remains of Mary Stanton, aged 95, have arrived home. And her granddaughter Sarah, home from Boston, will be there to attend her funeral at Borriscarra Abbey.
I knew the plan was to come through Knock because that was her airport. For the last few years, she wouldn't have made it to Ireland if it wasn't for Knock Airport, because she couldn't do Dublin and then drive all the way down, or Shannon and drive all the way down. So they were the reasons for her that Knock was so special, because it was her airport. I don't know, maybe it's an Irish thing, but you think that you'd really identify with where you lived for 75, 76 years. But I think because that path back to the west of Ireland is so well worn over and over and over again, it was always home for her. So it's a sad occasion, but a celebration as well.